Hello everyone. I just want to make a quick video um, on a game I've been playing, and I just wanted to do some polls on this alt account I have been working on in Raid Shadow Legends. Now, I'm sure a lot of you don't like this game, especially if you're coming from my YouTube channel and seeing that I play racing games and whatnot. I think this game has a lot of potential. It has very obvious problems, but you only really see those problems occur when you're very late game, and I don't have an account that's late game. So, or even mid game, you'll kind of see it. So, um, yeah. So I prepared myself to pull 103 ancient shards with the 2x epic and legendary champions event going on. I do technically have some mercy in the mercy system for ancients, for not probably not epics, but probably for legendaries more so. But it probably won't matter in the long run because it needs to be 200 summons without legendaries. So, and I don't even have 200 shards. Yeah, so right now the chances for a rare with an ancient shard are 83, epic is 16, and legendary is 1%. So, yeah, so we're just gonna go redhead and rip these shards on this alt. I'm gonna go with 10x first, and then we'll go with the last three. I was going to rip only 100 shards, but in the process of farming silver to open these in the first place, and to open, like, vaults and whatnot, get more slots in there, I got 3 more ancient shards in that process, which is pretty nice. So, I guess good luck to me, because I did, on this alt, I did get a top 10, well, maybe not top 10, it depends on who you ask, but an S tier Void Lego through 13 Void Shards, which is insane. That was an insane drop, and that was on a 2x as well. I got Necrit, so I'm hoping I can get something big here, but probably not, so just take a look. Let's do 10. Okay. That's an epic I already have. Seeker, another Soul Bond Boyer. Hugo, I think I've heard stuff about this guy. I'm not entirely sure. Okay. Seems kind of useless, actually, because removes all, unless it heals without the heal reduction buff removal. I think it does, but, and then 1 random debuff from all allies. Okay, so a cleansing type thing. I don't know if this epic is any good, but I don't know why I just suddenly got second in a tournament, but I did. So that's 3 epics. So that's been, and Seeker's really good for clan boss from what I hear. And then Kalia, I already have technically on this account, so I'm kind of pissed on that one. Probably a shit epic. Let's go with another 10. Okay. So we got Spider. I've never heard of this epic. Okay, so ally speed in dungeons. That could actually be a little useful, because it's better than my high Katoon, but only in dungeons. Or at least that aura is. Okay, so this is not even a... This doesn't even look like it does damage, this the skill. An AoE, decrease attack, but it's only 25% unless you ascend. And a remove buffs from the target, so another, like, buff removal champ. Fang Cleric, another, like, Dark Elves. This is an ally speed in all battles by 15%. Okay, so a Reviver. Okay. And then if I ascend, I can give them the revived ally for an unkillable and a 15% continuous heal buff. Okay. Heals an ally by 20% of this champion's max HP. So that's not really that good unless you have this champion with high HP, but is that even worth it in the end? I don't even know if this epic is any good. It seems like these are like rare level support skills. I mean, if someone got this aura early on, I'd say that's useful, but high Katoon's pretty early on as well. Renouncer. That looks interesting. I don't know, that's... Okay. Adachi. Yeah, I don't know. Seems like I'm getting shit epics so far, but let's keep going. Lego got Lego. Who the fuck is that? Saito. Holy shit. This actually... I feel like this guy... I've heard his name before, but there's a lot of legendaries in this game, and there's even more epics. So there's going to be a lot of champs I've never heard of, so I'll have to look up this guy. He's a magic Lego. Attack-based. Attacks one enemy 2 times. Has a 50% chance of placing 60% decreased defense, so another decreased defense, A1. Already got that with... on this all I have ninja, so... Okay, and then increase attack buff. Increase crit damage buff. Attacks one enemy, but it has to replace those buffs if this champion's defense is higher than the target's defense. But considering that this is an attack type champion, I don't know how that's very good. Unless you're putting it against another defense or another attack type champ with not a lot of defense. I don't know why that would be very good. Attacks one enemy, then attacks all enemies except the initial target if 3 or more enemies alive. So basically a constant AoE on a 5-turn rotation. Inflicts 20% more damage on the first hit. The target has higher max HP, so could be decent. I don't know how hard these skills hit. And then a passive. Okay, so this is an ignore defense stacking type thing. That could be pretty good. I don't know. Will ignore 7.5% of enemy defense. Each time this a champion attacks the same target enemy in a consecutive attacks or turns, the stack will be lost. Oh, okay, so no, this isn't even that good. Because you have to manual it, I think, to get this any good. Especially with a, yeah, you gotta target the same guy multiple times. Why am I first in the fucking tournament? All of a sudden. And then attack in dungeons aura by 30%. I think this Lego isn't very good, but that's at a first glance. I'll see what Hell Hades says. On him, he could be pretty decent. I feel like I've heard his name before. But I don't know. I don't know. Probably not very good though. So we're down to how many shards? 73. So got our first Lego. Let's keep going. More. Wait. So Enda Moonbeam. Decreased defense. A1. Oh, an attack at random. Although I guess this is. Well, I wouldn't say this is a support champ, but. Each hit has 75% of decrease chance of increase in duration of random debuff on the target. So, could increase debuff duration. Okay. Attacks all enemies. Has a pretty high chance, and booked it'll be 100% given you have accuracy for leech debuffs. And then with the Ascension passive, it's every leech debuff there's an increase of speed by 2, which could be better. I've heard stuff about Morag Bronzelock. Okay, so we have a team up, so ally attack. We have a strengthen buff on all allies after an AoE. And then, ooh, okay. So this guy can ignore shield buffs with the A1. And then with the Ascension passive, it's a counterattacks when hit under strengthen buff placed by this champion. So, okay. That means you're probably going to be, considering this can be a 3-turn cooldown, I'm assuming that's probably going to be an often triggered passive. Okay. I see. So let's keep going. Okay, so we got a bunch of epics this time. I don't really care too much about rares right now. Yes, there are some really good rares out there, but like unless it's Apothecary, or if I was using Void Shards, if it was Cold Heart, or something like that. I already got Soul Bond, and I already got whatever her name is. I got a few good epics. Pitiless One. So A1, get your crit rate up. Again, get your crit rate up. Each critical hit, this champion heals this champion by 15%. So yeah, you want your crit rate at 100 then. Oh, and then the aura is a crit rate aura. Okay. That seems like not a very good epic. Probably not super easy to build, although some may argue that getting 100% crit rate isn't too hard. I disagree. I've only done it with like Rhonda on this account, and that's a little bit above 100 because, so. Gerhard the Stone. So this Ascended passive is immune to a bunch of debuffs. Attacks one enemy has a 15% chance of placing a stun debuff for 1 turn, but it becomes 40 if the target has 75% turn meter. Okay. Oh, here's a crit rate, crit damage, and this will do some damage. And it will ignore 25% of target DEF, defense. but will ignore 50 if the target is under a increased defense buff, and then immune to those, and then a resistance. I think it's resistance. Hold on. Yeah, resistance in Doom Tower battles. I feel like I've heard something about this lady, or like seen her or something. Aerosol increases the cooldown of Lay Bear. Okay. What is Lay Bear? Because I'm not seeing a skill under that name. Oh, it's this. Okay, I'm stupid. Okay. Doesn't really seem that good of an epic either. So we got this guy. I don't know how to say his name. Heals all allies. 50% of their max HP and places a shield buff. And then, ooh, okay. A perfect veil. Increased attack. Whose attack is higher than their DF. And then if their defense is higher than their attack, block debuffs and increased defense. That doesn't seem like that bad of a skill, actually, as a support epic. Okay. It's an interesting one. And then Siege Hulk. Also another, like, attack. And then this would be like a support skill. I think that's interesting, but okay. Let's keep going. Okay. So we got Masked Fearmonger. These epics are really interesting, actually. So another, like, so this is a bunch of debuffs. Yeah, I don't know if I want to read all that. It's probably not that good. Okay. And of course, I got this guy, which is actually a login champ. I don't know if this guy's a login champ. I don't think he is, but I've had him on my main before. Doesn't seem all that good. In Yaga, I don't know. I don't really use Yaga. Oh, excuse me. Another 10. Oh, okay. I don't have annex on this account. I do on my main. He's insanely good for clan boss, used in like unkillable teams and whatnot. Okay. Okay. I'll take that. That's a decent epic, actually. So I got 23 left. Let's keep going. Frozen Banshee. Corpulent Cadaver. Well, okay, that's probably not good at this point. Cadaver probably isn't. Because it's an early game account. But Frozen Banshee I'll take. I have trouble building her. Because I actually am ass at this game. I built her on my main, and she just did not, even with 200 accuracy, just did not want to work very well for Brutal Cam Boss. I've heard stuff about this guy, I don't know. It was all stun debuffs, and immune to stun debuffs. AoE stun, and A1 stun. Okay, last 10x, and then we got 3 more. Okay.